I am here today
to announce my candidacy
for the presidency
of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
The word freedom comes to mind when we think of the United States. With America being known throughout the world as a beacon of freedom, it offers many democratic liberties to its citizens. Among one of the most cherished rights is voting. This topic has a long and storied history, yet to this day it is one of great debate. Ratified by Congress in March of 1971, the 26th Amendment lowered the voting age from 21 to 18. Regardless, almost half a decade later, many argue that the young adults aren't mature enough to make important decisions due to a lack of experience. With teens only becoming increasingly more involved in their country's government and its issues, a discussion has sparked across the nation on the impact they could and already have as a major social-political force.
While in 1920, voting laws assured all citizens the right to vote, regardless of gender or race, one still had to be over the age of 21 to vote. When the U.S. government began drafting people under the age of 18 to go to war in Vietnam, they felt as if they lacked representation and could therefore not prevent the job from happening. Protests began with the youth demanding that if they were old enough to fight, they were old enough to vote. This led to the ratification of the 26th Amendment, which guaranteed all citizens under the age of 18 the right to vote.
The way that our voting system is structured does tend to have the effect of discouraging young people from participating, and I think a lot of that has to do with the infrastructure of it. It's difficult to find the information, it's harder to read, a lot of things aren't optimized for mobile devices. You have to hunt for information. People in this country get to the age of 18 without necessarily having a clear sense of how to vote.
According to the Pew Research Center, Canada, which uses modern technology to register people as well as data matching techniques common in the private sector, spends less than 35 cents per voter to process registrations, and 93% of its eligible population is registered.
Our generation is widely known for its technological dependence. Tactics such as Canada, which allow for accessible registration, would further motivate the young demographic to vote, as they would do it in a way in which they feel comfortable.
Civic engagement is absolutely necessary. Thanks to the Department of Social Sciences for Miami-Dade County Public Schools, this is a huge movement here. They are going to elementary schools and training the social sciences teachers. They've got tons of resources that are online. They've got it, and exactly for the age group they're teaching. And we need to educate our youth to, instead of seeing public education as something they just have to do, they need to see it as a privilege, so that the privilege to have all of these freedoms, including to vote, are maintained.
Implementation of a more rigorous civics program in schools nationwide would not only teach students the core principle that the country was built on, freedom and liberty, but will also teach them the importance of voicing their opinions on these laws. This will in turn help develop a more politically oriented youth.
If the weather is nice, maybe you could go to one of those little marches.
You might even share this video on Facebook.
But you won't vote.
You young people never do.
who here is going to vote in the 2018 election. We are going to make this the voting issue. We're going to take this to every election, to every state and every city. We're going to make sure the best people get in our elections to run, not as politicians, but as Americans.
Now I think the voting age of 18 is an important age because kids are just graduating from high school, and I think it's an age where they're well informed enough to vote.
So I think that if you're able to make decisions like what university am I going to go to, or sign up for the military, then I think you should be able to vote. Why not?
Yeah, because if you can
if you can go out in the military at age 17 and get shot for your country, you should be able to vote for your country. There is no better way to demonstrate one's own ideals,
One's community's ideals,
and one's country's ideals
than by voting.